part 9 of Naga Wanderer. You're here with Ultraviolent 4. We're going to very quickly wrap up our Shoals 4 here, and once we've got our second rune, we're going to head into, I think, the Elven Mines, the Elven Halls. We've got the choice of going to Elf or Vaults, which we'll see, but I think probably Elf. As for our training, we've got a little bit more shields to go. 15 is our point where we're going to stop for a large shield, and then we'll probably do a bit of translocations, and we can finally work on our defensive skills. Better late than never. Okay, we made a bunch of noise on Shoals 4 already, so I hope that, yeah, basically we can just waltz in and grab the rune for free. Indeed, that's what just happened. We stepped on an alarm trap, if you don't recall. It was over here, I think. So by drawing everything out already, we already got all the monsters to disperse. I feel like we fought a lot of them. Well, you can see some of these more dangerous ones are also just wandering around. So I don't know. Maybe we're gonna meet them. And we could leave here, but maybe we're gonna find some magical cloaks and the like. What have we currently got? +2 Cloak of Invis. Right. Good, but not amazing. Better than a plain cloak though. Right. That's a plain scimitar. I gotta remember that. Ah, that's Plephamus. I knew he was around because we saw... No, let me check this room first. I want to have somewhere that I can walk around a corner to get away from his large rocks. We just found Sandblast and Iron Shot. It's doing the full range of earth spells there. Oh, actually, no, why do I care? We have Reflection and a lot of shield. No biggie. It's probably better him throwing large rocks from a distance and dying to Reflection than him hitting us with melee. Anyway, worked out in the end there. And we are fully explored. Okay. Yeah. So I'm probably not going to remember to train evocations for the cloak, but it's probably worth it at some point. Not just yet though. We've still got 2 potions of invis. So I think let's go to Elf. We've got enough MR, 3 pips to not be banished. We've got plenty of HP as a Naga, 186. That is important when you're going to Elf because Crystal Spears really hurt. We've got decent resistances. Arlek, you get a lot of those in Elf. We have RC if we want it. We've got a ring. Yeah, okay, I think so. But the main thing that's selling it is that if we're ever going to get a double sword in this game, this might be a way to do it. I really don't like Desolation Assault, and then everyone went off at me last time when I said not to do it. I don't know how many people. It was like, I did it, it was fine. I was in Game of the Month because everyone had literally the same game as me. I did it. It was didn't kill me. Told me it would kill me, Ultra, but it didn't. I don't know. Maybe we can do it. I really don't like it though. Hey, we just got alarmed. Okay. You hear 25 shouts. Alright, well, our chances of fighting through at least 25 elves to make it to the Desolation Assault seem kind of slim. That guy just shot his friend straight up, right? Yeah, it's not even... I'm not invis. It's not like he could have accidentally shot his friend. His friend was just standing in the way. He did not care. That's brutal. Alright, well, we're already marked. This seems like a good time to sing. So we may as well get some bonus slaying out of it. And then we'll use this choke point. Just fight them one at a time. Okay, we're definitely not fighting them one at a time. Whole bunch just blink behind us. Also, there's a demonologist. Okay. Alright. We have a lot of clouds. We only have 3. Okay, that's kind of a lie. What if... Hang on. Hang on. We have 1 RF. I'm thinking of immolation here. Well, I'm going to throw out a clouds and let's see what we get, and then we can assess. I'm going to go on the nastier ones. So there's an annihilator and a demonologist below us. Poison's not that exciting. It's going to kill them slowly. Okay. The mark has worn off now. I think this might just be a teleport situation. So we have 7 scrolls now, which is still not a lot, but the situation isn't like when we had 3 or something, where everyone really wanted to hold on to as precious. So I think we just do it now. This is a lot of elves as it is, and we heard 25 shouts, so we've killed what, maybe 2? 1, 2, we can see 11, 13 more. So that means there are, what, 10 more elves coming. So I don't think we should say, I think we should just teleport. And I mean, the alarm's here, so everyone should be coming this way. And hey, maybe we'll land right next to Desolation. Do I magic map for it? I really don't like Desolation Assault. It's very distant. I'm ignoring enchant weapon scrolls. This has summoned butterflies in it. I think we picked that up. A very useful spell on everyone, but especially useful on a Naga who's slow, because it allows you to run away from enemies when you wouldn't be able to. Basically, you get in a hallway, you got some dangerous monster, you make a bunch of butterflies, and then the butterflies are going to block the enemy as you slowly slither to safety. Alright, well, we found it. I really don't want to do it, but I don't know, I got so flamed last time. Let's check pacification on these guys. Mindless, so you can't even pacify them. So Ellie is a horrible god for doing desolation, and I really don't like this place. Alright, well, I guess we ended up here for a reason. I need to drop some stuff. Oh, yeah, okay. Alright, so some of these enemies are why Guardian of, or Desolation Assault, I think is so bad. You get Guardian Serpents, so you get blinked on with enemies. You get these Peacekeepers who can barb you. They're like a manticore, so you can't move anymore. They can battle cry, so they might all the other things. And then there are Convokers who summon in other enemies off the floor, a bunch of other dangerous ones. Basically, the amount of synergy that the enemies have if you get unlucky is just absolutely bonkers busted. Oh, it is what it is. Let's drop some stuff though, so that we can actually pick up loot. I'm not gonna lie, the loot that you get in here is pretty good on average. So it's equivalent to like the Elf 3 loot you get. Let's drop the blowgun. Got 5 slots now. We'll drop magic mapping as well. 6 slots, that should be fine. Alright, we'll see how we go. We'll take this really slow. Our stealth will help us somewhat here. Maybe. And I guess worst case scenario, costs us a couple of blinking scrolls to escape. Great. Alright, first salt thing, we can't poisonous vapors these guys. What can we do? I should roll something to throw at them. Well, if I'm 2 tiles away I can spit. think these guys can see invis as well. These ones can't, the regular saltlings. But they're not really the ones you're afraid of too much. It's the other stuff. Anyway, we're going to take this real slow. And again, don't come in. So yeah, here's the Convoker. You know these from vaults. They pull in other enemies from the map. So you imagine, what have we seen so far? You get Guardian Serpents who make enemies blink on you. While that's happening, these Convokers are calling in other enemies from the map. It's just all around crazy time. That was probably a bad way to go about that. I gave him the chance to call things in. I might have been better off trying to sneak up to him, but I kind of also knew there'd be enemies behind him, so I don't know. These Servant of Whisperers have lightning bolts, so they really hurt as well. They can also, it's a kind of a funny spell, Steal Winds. Basically, they get rid of the clouds. So if you're trying to hide in the clouds and these guys are around, they'll reveal you. Yep, here we go. Fortunately, we do have RLX, so not as scary as they could be. Here's one of the more busted ones. This Ragged Hiref. I don't know how you say that. This is the real reason why I don't come in, because I don't know how to pronounce any of the names. Hierophant. I don't know what that means. I'm sure it's some clever word that the dev who made this came up with. Alright, these guys are nuts. Oh, it's not the one I thought. Okay, this isn't as nuts. Well, maybe they... No, okay, this isn't as nuts. Alright, so they have Injury Bond, which is like the Death Knights, where when you hurt them, you get hurt as well. And these guys have Resonant Strike. Okay, yeah, so it's not the crazy one I was thinking of. There's another one that halves your MR when it hits you and then hexes you. It's naughty. Anyway, but this guy has Resonant Strike, so you get hurt by the more saltlings that are around you. So you can imagine with Guardian Serpents, that's really, really, really nasty. And here's the Convoker. We're just slithering back in case we need to leave. I really don't want the Convoker to do its thing, so I'm going to see if we can pacify it. 60% chance, fail. 60, fail. 60, got him. He's still summoning though. Okay, he stopped, thank God. I'm going to need to walk back because he wants to go out the exit. Yeah, good. So even there, where it was just a couple of the enemies, could very easily have gotten out of hand if that Convoker actually managed to summon or convoke, as the case may be. Alright, this is our edge of the map. An endless expanse of salt. It's the ways to demise this channel, through this way. Alright. Oh, he noticed, okay. These stone walls up here are going to be our little treasure rooms. It's also probably where some of the more dangerous enemies would be. So I'm trying to do around the middle bits first. I shouldn't have done that. Alright, that was a bad idea. So we've got a couple of Peacekeepers. They're the ones that manticore you. They barb you so you can't move. But also might all the other ones. I'm going to try to get rid of the Convoker again before this gets out of hand. Alright, and look at this. So we've got 8 Saltlings. They're all now mighted. And we've got 3 Peacekeepers. So they're the ones who are going to barb you. I think we learned the Saltlings don't see invis. The Peacekeepers do. But I think this might be... Oh yeah, and also everyone's fast. I don't know if you knew that. So you can't run from stuff either. Or at least the Stalklings are. Yeah, everything's fast. So I think we go invis here. So we don't just die to all these mited Stalklings. We might still though. Let's also throw out a Divine Vigor. We got a bunch more HP. Yeah, look at this. They're gonna kill us even though they can't see us, aren't they? Yeah, probably. How much do Peacekeepers attack for? 25 plus 15 damage, and they're all mited as well, and fast. So, yeah, I don't think we can win this fight. Even me doing heal other here, they can very easily out damage that. And I think we're going to have to blow a blinking scroll to escape here. There's no other way that we're getting out without a bunch of mighty peacekeepers chasing us. Yeah, so it turns out we can't do the Desolation of Salt, and we lose a blinking scroll. Oh, that's okay. Now you know. Don't go in that place. But you see how quickly the Desolation of Salt gets out of hand, and how you just get swarmed like crazy. And that's not even with the scariest combinations. So imagine we had a Guardian Serpent there. Even if we blinked away to the entrance like that, he could have just then encircled us again. And we wouldn't have been able to escape properly. And then you have some of the other ones, like the Resonance Strike guy, or you have the... there's one who... He can sacrifice a Saltling and do over 100 damage of negative energy in a turn. It's pretty crazy. Anyway, so I really don't like that place. Well, not that I don't like it, as in I don't have an ideological disagreement with it, but I don't like going in there because it's so nutty and dangerous. So yeah, I recommend you don't. And now we have a date with 25 elves, at least. Oh, we got shafted. Nice. Well, at least we didn't go straight into the Hall of Blades, which is what often happens if you get shafted into Elf 2. That's a Demonologist. And we don't have anywhere to go. We have a digging one, so we can make kill holes if need be. Let me throw back a passage. Alright, here it comes. Okay, it's going to be faster just to kill it than it is to get back to the passage. The whole idea of that was I could take it to then step around the corner so that the Demonologist wouldn't just summon a whole bunch of fiends. And because we're slow, we wouldn't be able to close. I think we just go straight back upstairs to Elf 1. Uh-oh. Okay, everything's already seen us. We may as well sing and be in the hallway. Earth elementals are very large. Today I learnt. I was wondering why we weren't constricting. Denali is about to step on that dispersal trap, and then everyone's gonna blink everywhere. Well, there wasn't anything I could do about it. That's a sorcerer who's coming for science. Oh, someone's got a buckler with Aralek and Slay plus 3. That's actually not as exciting as I thought. I want to check heal other pacify chance. 48 on the Annihilator, but let's check. 50% on the Sorcerer. Okay, we didn't get him. If need be, we don't have a silence. I'm going to preemptively grade a heal now, because if we get hit by a crystal spear for 102 damage, we're in a rough spot. We just reflected the poison arrow back at the annihilator, which is nice. I'm going to try again to get the sorcerer. We failed. Let's go again. Let's go again. Fourth time lucky. Failed. Fifth time lucky. No. Never lucky. Alright, well we need to eat because we're now starving. Okay, so we tried 5 times at 50% to get this sorcerer, but we didn't. So if we die to it, I'm going to be kind of mad. Oh boy. Alright, well we got the annihilator at least. But this sorcerer is still running around. These guys can do huge amounts of damage, especially if they're hasted like this guy is. They can hit you with corrosive bolts for a lot of acid damage, and of course they can hit you with damnation, which ignores your AC and always hurts. Ugh. I mean, we have the large shield and reflection, but they're still landing a lot of arrows here. Okay, if I can just get through this door, we can shut that, so we can at least only be shot from one side. Alright, I don't want to randomly die. Let's create a heal. We're on 40 HP there. We can no longer call on Ellie for Divine Vigor. That's we got even more turning up. A bit of it feels bad. We used 5 pacification attempts to lose a bunch of piety and not actually pacify the enemy we wanted. And we have more elves turning up from above us. So I think I want to heal again. We go to starving. Let's eat. Ow, that hurt. That was a shard of ice, right? We don't have any RC by default either. Ugh. That's okay. We've got more greater heals if need be. Okay. And he has bolts of cold. They all have cold. I think we are okay now. Alright, that was real rough. That sequence of events. Why? He's unusually resistant. He quaffed a potion of resistance. That's not fair. That was my potion. He gave himself resistance to poison. That's a death mage. I'm thinking that maybe... Oh no, it doesn't make a difference. I was going to say it would be better to have cold resistance at all times rather than fire resistance. But then I remembered that our fire resistance is coming from our armor, so we can't swap that. And the reason for that is there's a 50-50 chance of the deep elf, or an equal chance of the deep elf mages being fire or ice. So that doesn't change anything. But then the knights always have ice shards, not fire. I think this is all fake. I think before I get real excited here, I'm not going to get baited. This you can see there's a whole bunch of really high level loot here. There's an acquirement. There's a blinking scroll. These are all mimics. Watch. Let me try to apport one. Yeah, see. Hang on, there were some needles there. Maybe there was a silver lining. What sort of needle was that? Needles of confusion. Alright, yeah. My game's lagging out really badly. Let's drop that buckler of the skies above. Oh god. It's one of these mornings where we lag out. Alright, so we have a plus 10 blowgun. I feel like there's a decent chance that that would paralyze or confuse stuff. I don't know that I would bother very much. I don't know. Anything that we'd want to confuse with that, we could probably just pacify. But I don't know. We can try it out. I'll carry the confusion needles with me. I'm trying to auto explore. Oh, there we go. We're back, kind of. Oh yeah, it feels like we're back. There's our shields to 15. So we're training fighting. I think at this point I want to focus some translocations. I'm going to start training invocations again. We learned that 50% chance to pacify something is essentially 0. So we're going to need more invo. What does... Passage is at 22. So probably don't need too much more translocations. Let's just take it to 6 and then we'll assess. And we're also training hexes. Why are we doing that? I think for cause fear. We don't need cause fear so desperately, or it's not quite so useful as it was in Spider. So I'm just going to take hexes to 7, so at least it's a round number and not 6.7 like that. And then we'll stop. We might train it more in the future to learn Summon Mana Viper, but we're not really in a hurry for that. We're cleaning up our skill screen, just make our skills look a bit nicer. I mean, these things are important. Oops. Good. What our amulet is reflection, which is kind of useless. So let's find this out. It's cursed inaccuracy, even more useless. There's our 7 for hexes reached. Alright. On to Elf 2. This is going to be our Hall of Blades. That's a fun start to this floor. I really want to just stab stuff, but if the air elemental makes his tornado, he's going to throw us around. But that's fine, because he's going to kill the orcs as he does it. Yeah, he's giving us some AoE tornado. Very helpful. Thank you. Yeah. Can you ignore the enchant weapon score? How many of those are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. I'm willing to wait. Scimitar of Flaming. It's our current weapon. Alright, and we've only got 1 invis left. Invis is actually really quite useful here in Elven Halls. None of the dancing blades see invis, and the regular elves don't either. Also, some of the more dangerous ones, the Master Archers and the Blade dudes, Blade Masters, don't see invis either. So maybe, do I want to train evocations? Maybe. Passage is at 13, that's probably okay. Alright, well translocations is going to stop at 6. Maybe we'll train our 5 Evo now. We're going to go into the Hall of Blades, and I'm feeling lucky. We got some, we feel lucky, I say, as we get immediately alarm trapped. Alright, well this is fun. here's one of the aforementioned Blade Masters who can see invis. I wonder, we've only got a 70% chance to evoke it. I wonder if we can get it though. I think that's a no. There we go, we got it. I wasn't counting, but I can't complain about this one because that's what's going to happen without much evo. Okay, so we can start fighting this stuff. There's our translocations to 6. Let us turn on some evo, up to 5 points. I don't think this is going to ruin the last 2 charges on our Wand of Clouds. I think you need more than 5 to even get negative energy clouds. I think you need 8 maybe. I don't know. Anyway. We should definitely be singing. We're flickering, so our invis is gonna run out long before we fight this stuff. Hey! There's a double sword! That's what I was trying to say right as we got alarm trapped when I was saying that I was feeling lucky. I could feel it in my tail that we were going to find the double sword here. This is why all this time I've been holding the enchant weapon scrolls, etc. Awesome. There you go. Double sword. Holy Wrath, not the greatest brand. I feel like we might brand weapon that. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself because we've still got a lot of things to fight here. I wonder if we're going to need to teleport away from this. Probably not. We've got a really good hallway here to fight these guys one at a time. They fly, so if they were clever they could surround me, but they're not real clever. And then I constrict them in place. Definitely don't want the double sword to be flying when I kill it though, because we need to recoup it. Alright, do we need a heal? Should I buff? We have 5 agi. Maybe I should have done that earlier. Could have had some extra evasion. But let's heal. And there's still a lot coming. I feel like our scrolls of teleportation are more valuable than our buff potions. So let's add you. We're going to go from 6 evasion to 12. Doubled our evasion, Pog Champ. Every little bit helps, right? Evocation's up to 2. I see there's a Bardish that's coming. Can you pacify dancing weapons? I want to say no. They're definitely mindless. Okay, that's fine. There's not a lot of point of throwing out a Clouds here to try to get the Bardish because it's going to be immune to most elemental damage. I'm going to sing again for extra slaying because it ran out. Ow, that really hurt, that stone arrow. Let's heal again. Yeah, I'm not too afraid of them. Reach level 20. I should be afraid though. Why are none of them coming to me? Alright, good. This is a Scimitar of Holy Wrath. So the game really trying to give us Holy Wrath weapons here. I want to get next to the Bardish. Oh, that really hurt. I just got drained like a mofo. We don't have any negative energy resistance. That makes sense. We're going to heal again. And we're trying to get rid of this Bardish so we can start fighting stuff one at a time again in the hallway without being hit from range while we're doing it. 7 extra slaying, by the way. Ow. Ow. Shut the door. It doesn't help. You can see through it. Alright, so that's not the way that I would recommend you do Hall of Blades, where you get alarmed and fight the whole thing at once. But at least we got to fight it mostly one at a time. And we did end up getting the double sword, which is super exciting. Alright, so let's drop the scimitar flaming. The double sword is just better. I don't think we're at min delay for it. Yeah, our long blades are 14 and this is 16. So let's hold up. Stop focusing evocations. Let's focus our long blades again to 16. Yeah, we want to enchant weapon it. And you know what? I think we want to brand weapon it. So I spoke in an earlier episode about how something you can do when you have good gods is switch to the shining one, go to crypt, really quickly get up to max piety with him, and then you can bless a weapon. So anytime we find a demon blade, we can do that and make a U demon blade. So we can always get Holy Wrath quite easily. And while Holy Wrath is a nice brand it's a very nice brand against enemies susceptible to it. Against these regular enemies that we're fighting all the time, it's really not that exciting. So I'd prefer something that is more useful against regular monsters. So I think we are going to brand weapon it. Let's hear an orc. Yeah, it's right where we were going. Alright. I'll do the enchant weapon first, and then here we go. Let's try the brand weapon. We want a lek is probably would be the best. We got protection, rip. Okay. Not a brand that you tend to want on your weapons. I mean, it can be pretty good right in the early game. So this doesn't give us any extra damage. It's going to give us bonus AC, which we don't care much about. So that's unfortunate. We're going to have to keep our eyes out for more brand weapons. Oh wait. Enchant weapon. Can't be too salty. We got the double weapon at all. The double sword at all. So that's a +7 double sword now of protection. Great. Onto elf. Oh, well, we haven't actually cleared this. Maybe I should have waited. There might be more double swords in here. No. Oh wow, all three downstairs are all in the one spot. That's unusual. I already feel it. We're definitely doing more damage just fighting this stuff in melee. I've been mostly relying on constriction to do my damage, but now I actually can. It just feels like the sword is cutting through them a lot quicker. Definitely is. We're doing a lot more damage here. Did I pick something up? Flesh. Yeah. 2 magic mapping. If I have extra, I like to map Elf 3 so that I don't wander into the end vault before I'm ready. But with only a few, I don't really want to do that. Only a couple, only 2. Alright. Well, this seems like it could get out of hand real quickly. Let's see if we can passage our way out of here. Nope, we failed it. Okay, that works. Alright, so there's some good use out of passage. Would be really hard to walk to those stairs, of course, as a slow Naga, but with passage, you get to cheat. Really good mobility spell for a Naga, as you perhaps saw there. You just avoided that fight, whereas otherwise, like, look how far we would have had to walk from here all the way around. Doing that at slow speed would not really have worked. But yeah, passage good. And I'm gonna call that an episode because I've got to go to work. So if you join me for the next one, we'll be doing Elf 3. See you then.